What if I told y'all it's a new year, but my grind did not change? How about that? Happy New Year. So, let me do this video real quick because I have not done one since like a year update. But here we are, almost 2.5 years later. I walked away from corporate August 20th of 2015. It is now January 2nd of 2018. So here we are. Here's the update. Here are how things are going for me. And honestly, like I did with y'all in the last videos that I did, I gave you the real. So I plan on, keeping it that way. I mean, the best way to even get people to understand where you are and things you've been through on your journey as an entrepreneur is to be real with the ups, the downs, the uglies, the beautifuls, whatever. So here we are. Let's recap. um I think the last video I did a year update, and so here we are 2.5 years later. What has changed? Well, virtual assistant company, essential assistant services, have now kind of branched into more of just graphics. So now we do less virtual assistant administrative duties, and we do a whole lot more graphics such as logos, websites, um, flyers, banners, etc. We do more of the branding. Now, of course, the company is a business development company, so we still offer the administrative um, assistant services. But however, now we do more of the graphics because, of course, your business is going to drive where the needs are. And I felt my market and my niche of where I wanted to focus more was on the graphic side, and rightfully so, is because I've always been into the arts, as you guys have known from past videos I've explained. Since as a young girl, I would make my own clothes. I became, I got certified in makeup artistry, even though I ain't put no makeup on today. That's cool. Um, doing some lips, but yeah, I've always been in the artist field, in the artistry, artistic minded person, where I felt like, graphics kind of gratified that and brought me back to what I love to do, and what I've always wanted to do in some form was to create some type of art for someone, either whether it be your clothes, whether it be your face, or whether it be your marketing material, your the face of your brand. But either way, I wanted to use my artistic ability, and so I chose to kind of gravitate more to the graphic side instead of the administrative, what I was used to doing, in my corporate job. Let's see, I've added since 2016. I've added real estate to my plate. That has been a very interesting road, I must say. I've came across some very interesting people. I've, worked with a few people that I've learned a lot from, but just wasn't a great fit for me. So now I'm ready to branch off into my own and do my own thing. Because here's my thing, you know, what people don't understand is when you're used to working for yourself and being in business for yourself, especially a person like me, and I'm admitting my flaws. I'm used to working for myself on my time, the way I want to do it. It's very hard for me then to turn around to adjust to someone else's time, the way things work for you, and how things work for you and how you do things and how you operate. I'm used to operating on my own and in my own way. So I think me trying to operate in others' ways didn't work for me. Two, also 2017 was a very bumpy year for me. It was up and down, personal business, everything. It was an up and down year for me. And so, given that 2017 gave me that up and down, when you're working with others, they don't quite understand where you are because they're not there. So, therefore, they don't. And I wasn't looking for anyone to necessarily be compassionate about what was happening within my personal or business or financials or whatever. I wasn't necessarily looking for them to be compassionate, but at the same time, if you don't understand where I am, you're not going to understand where I'm going. So therefore, I felt like, a lot of relationships that I built along the way in the real estate business have then now kind of diminished. Not necessarily diminished, but everybody's moving in their own direction because everyone has their own agenda. And if you're not following that agenda, or you're not ready to meet those requirements or meet those standards or be prepared for where that person or where that agenda is going, it's not going to work. So therefore, I will say I have come across some very bright and successful women in the business who have taught me a lot over the last 2 years. So I do appreciate them more than they know. But I think it's time for me to go on and start doing things my way with my flair. I felt like, I was kind of falling into what others want and what others like. And, me personally, I'm me. Always been me. Can't change that. I've always had my own identity, my own uniqueness to how I do things, the way I do things. Prime example, look at this haircut. This is not something an everyday person is going to go and get, but guess what? I did because it's me. So I want to be me inside of everything that I'm doing. Once I feel like I'm not me inside of it, I don't give my all to it. So with that being said, real estate this year is going to have its own new flair. Stacy style. And I'm excited about it because I got a few ideas up my sleeve. I got a few things that I want to do. I think my clients are going to love it. I think yeah, I just think it's going to be something innovative. I can't really talk much about it, but of course, because it's not necessarily done. It's just things that's going to happen along the way that I'm going to then make bigger and better. So that's real estate. This year, 2018, I'm going to add credit repair to the real estate and the EAS brand. Um, Credit repair, I got my certification a year ago. I haven't done much with it because I was too focused on other things and I didn't want to necessarily stretch myself too thin. However, I am adding credit repair, have got my certifications. I'm working on getting a whole lot of other things to add to that brand. So the credit repair will go hand in hand with real estate because I feel like I run into a lot of people who want to buy a house and they're so ready and they're prepared to do whatever financially, whatever they have, but their credit is just not where it needs to be. So, of course, me being the entrepreneur that I am, I like to be that one stop shop. That's how EAS is. EAS is a one stop shop. You can get everything you need for your marketing and your business and the development of your business right here with us. Well, I want real estate to be the same way. So, um, under real estate, which I kind of go by Bello Sales DMV, we will be then extending the services of EAS credit repair to our Bello Sales DMV clients. So I think that's awesome. I think that's going to be something great for 2018 going forward. And I'm excited about it. I'll have more details once everything is finalized, but of course, you got to tiptoe around that credit repair because you'll be out here doing things and trying to do things, and they will come knocking on your door. So, therefore, that's just the start of where I'm going with that, but stay tuned for that. What else do I have going on? Um, I'm in the process of creating an app. I don't want to talk too much about it because I can't. However, I am in the process of creating an app, so I'm hoping that will launch soon, within the next 2 years. I say 2 years because I do not know how much and what it will require to put into that app and how long it would take. So I'm kind of working that out with talking with a few developers because I don't even want to touch that one. So we'll see. But the app is in progress. What else am I working on? Hmm. I don't know. I definitely want to work on doing a video blog and vlog and kind of stay in touch with, other entrepreneurs and fellow real estate agents and just kind of share my knowledge because I feel like, there's a lot of people who are starting out and starting up and it's nothing like having someone that you can relate to because it gets discouraging when you're working with those who are already there or who already have made it to the level that you're trying to get to because they don't understand that you just aren't there yet. And they're like, well, what's wrong with you? Why are you not doing XYZ? Well, I'm not where you are. So I kind of need to see those working the steps like me, maybe one step ahead, so that way they can be like, oh, girl, I just did that. Come on, got you. So that's the type of thing I want to do. So with I wanted to do a blog. I'm not quite sure how I want to do it. I'm not quite sure the direction I want to do it in. However, I know I want to do that this year. So that's coming. But other than that, I have a few other things, of course, here and there that's gonna drive revenue, because my goal is to have something with every finger that I have I could resort to put food on the table, to bring money in the house, to keep my children clothed, to help my husband with the finances, whatever. Every little finger, I want to have some sort of talent in it. So therefore, I won't ever have to rely on corporate. I'm not gonna lie. If I don't ever have to go back to corporate, I won't. Now, granted, I want you to understand this. If I have to, I will. I'm not opposed to it. I definitely will, because it's always there. Corporate is always there. You can always go back. You can always get a job. But if I can avoid it, I will. So that's why Stacy does as much as she does, because she's trying to find ways to make sure that she can keep the freedom that she has, so that way her family can be financially set and financially free and everything. So that's why I do what I do every day. It's not easy. So for those of you who are starting out, it's not easy. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be a lot of ups and downs. It's going to be a lot of people telling you you need to go back to work. It's going to be a lot of people not understanding why you're struggling the way you're struggling for a little business, because they sitting at their desk, they getting their check every 2 weeks. Don't worry about it. We got it. We understand what we're trying to do. The same way that we're struggling now to get to where we are, it's the same way a lot of you got jobs, because if that person didn't struggle and build and create and turn that idea that people thought was so stupid because they were struggling in it into this big corporation that you now work for. So if it wasn't for the innovators like myself and others, you wouldn't have a job. So you're welcome in advance. And I'll tell and I'll tell my future employees, you're welcome as well. So when you look back years from now, you see this video, you see your CEO making this video from her bedroom, from her Surface, from her iPhone on YouTube, saying, hey, one day I'm going to be that big time. You're welcome, because I did this for you. I did this for us. Okay? So that's where we are. 2.5 years later. Business is still good. Business is still moving. Things are still going. I'm constantly still being innovative. I'm constantly still adding new things and new ideas and new branches. For a little bit last year, while I was, trying to learn the real estate game and grow in the business, I did some transaction coordination. So now I have added that as a service under EAS, for other real estate agents who need help with their transaction coordination. So it's a lot of things that, I feel like God put my hands in for me to test and for me to try and for me to experience, so that therefore one day something is going to attract to someone that's going to elevate to the next level. So, yeah, that's where I am. I am truly blessed. 2017 was not easy, but it has added to my story. Um, it has added to my journey. It has caused me to understand the true meaning of family, friends, business, life, and happiness. Um, I feel like when you struggle, if you don't learn from it, you just gonna keep struggling. So I feel like I've learned from the struggles that I've had in the past that has led me to be who I am today. And I'm excited about her. I'm excited about where she's going. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm rambling on at this point, because I just feel like, my story is constantly being written, and I feel like one day I have a fear of public speaking in front of large groups. I don't like it. I don't like the feeling of it. I don't know why, but I don't. But I have this ultimate goal of one day, once this story has played out and I've reached whatever level that God needs me to or wants me to reach, where then he feels comfortable with me then going back and sharing the story, the struggle, the journey with you, because you are now where she was. When God sets that up for me and he chooses for it to be my time to share this story, you guys are going to be like, what? Yes, it gets that bad, it gets that deep, it gets that tough. However, I'm still standing. I'm standing tall. I'm standing strong. I have amazing support behind me, beside me. Of course, that amazing husband of mine that I have, he's been there along the way and he's been my biggest cheerleader, and I've been his. So I'm so, so grateful for him. I'm so grateful for the beautiful children that I have. And in this 2018, I'm very excited about where it's going, where it's headed, and where it's taking us, because I just feel like I feel deep in my gut like this is it. Like, here's where we're going to now start seeing where our footprints are going to land. So I'm excited. I'm happy about it. I will say a huge problem of mine that has caused me problems in the past that I have to own up and accept, and that is procrastination. Procrastination, like, write that shit on my forehead. And I had to cuss because it be that deep. Like, procrastination. I have moments where I will procrastinate, and by the time I'm ready to get back to it, it's like, damn, you could have been here if you would have just kept doing it. So procrastination, that's my biggest problem. And doubt is another one. When, if I'm not severely confident about something, or I'm not like really like strong, or oh, I know what I'm talking about, I start to doubt myself, then I fall back from it. So procrastination and doubt, I'm leaving behind in 2017. I don't have any resolutions. I don't make resolutions. I stopped making resolutions a year ago, because once you make resolutions, all you do is nothing. So I have no resolutions, but I do have things that I plan to leave in the past, which is doubt, fear, and procrastination. Just call me Stacy Procrastination Stacy. Now my clients don't see that, because I make sure that I take care of them. But when it comes to things for myself, I am the hugest procrastinator. So I'm gonna leave those things in 2017. Since I'm talking about leaving things in 2017, let's go with more things. Other things I want to leave in 2017 is bad relationships, bad friendships, bad business relationships. I want to leave all of that in 2017. I'm not even going to begin to talk about that, because we'll be here all day and I might have some lawsuits. So I'm going to leave that there. Bad relationships, bad, but you learn from them. And I learned that if you don't have it in writing, and I learned if you go into it knowing that it don't feel right, it ain't right. So I'm leaving that in 2017. What else am I leaving in 2017? I'm leaving adult children in 2017. It's a lot of grown folks out here, y'all, that act like the young bully children in elementary school that you wish you could put your hands on, but you can't, because one, you will go to jail. You an adult, you're not a kid, so you're not just gonna get suspension or expelled from school. So those people, you're gonna leave them in 2017. I don't even want to participate. I don't even want to see you acting all childlike on Facebook. I'm just gonna delete and move on. What else am I leaving in 2017? I don't know. I think I'm gonna leave it at that. Those are the things I feel like I'm gonna leave in 2017. But I do know what I'm bringing in 2018. 2018, I am bringing the boom, honey. I am getting my life in some sorts of order. I don't know who order it is, but it's getting in order. Because what I found is over the last couple of years, especially these last almost 3 years being an entrepreneur and working at home, that I kind of just was like, oh, PJs it is all day. PJs, no makeup, barely brush your hair, barely brush your teeth. Don't tell nobody. Um, until you go out. I'm leaving all that behind. I like being me. I've always been me. I loved how much I do me. So I am back being me. 2018. In 2018, I definitely want to bring more positivity, more happiness, um, less stress. Cause I stress easily. I stress over, oh my God, this is this and this is that. Nope, no more. Why? God gonna work it out. You gonna figure it out. And if it ain't meant, it ain't meant. So I'm not about to stress myself out over things I have no control over. So stress, you can go ahead back to 17. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to 2018. Um, Other than that, I just want to stay positive. I want to stay moving, stay busy. I have ultimate goals this year that I want to accomplish. I need my businesses. I want to look back on these videos, especially my first one that I watched earlier, and was like, wow, I cannot believe, how far I've come since then. But I want to look back on these videos 5, 10, 20 years from now and be like, God, you are amazing. You've brought me a long way. So, with that being said, guys, I want to say Happy New Year. Have a blessed 2018. Um, I look forward to seeing many great things out of you guys. I look forward to God blessing you all. I know He's going to do the same with me and mine. But I appreciate you watching. I'm definitely going to do something this year. I don't know what. I don't know what direction I want to go in with this vlog, real estate, business, entrepreneurship. But I know I want to talk to you guys on a regular and just share my knowledge, share my feelings, and just share what God has put on my heart to give to the world. So, um, yeah, that's where we are going into this 2018. I appreciate you guys watching, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.